So we must be pushing 30 minutes. Time to conclude this presentation and go back to Terra Nova. Another quote, another interesting quote. She refers to retracing the holy truths of Marxism on the changing body of late capital. She says that what she's talking about is free labour on the internet. She says that that goes beyond that to embrace some crucial contradictions. But I think that is the tendency amongst theorists, is certainly to retrace the holy truths of Marxism. She hit on quite a good phrase there. But it depends entirely on the interpretation or on which element of the Marxism that you wish to focus on. We've looked at examples of where the Marxist analysis of an inherently exploitative capitalist culture has encroached into regional newsrooms, sort of entry-level jobs in regional newsrooms, and into national digital newsrooms, so things like that, loss of security, working day to day, rolling contracts, feeling unable to say no. That's fine, but it's interesting. I think the more interesting thing to look at would be Marx's Grundrisse, in which he criticises Adam Smith for regarding work as a chore, effectively, and Marx says labour considered purely as a sacrifice and therefore as establishing a value, labour is the price to be paid for things, and thus giving them a price according as they cost more or less labour is a purely negative definition. So labour is a sacrifice. If you basically begrudge going to work, then the exploitative model might be the only one which would apply. But all of our interviewees demonstrated that it wasn't, they weren't giving their labour as a means of exchange for reward or commodities. They were seeking self-realisation and self-actualisation. And the point at which they really felt exploited or felt compromised or unhappy was when they started talking about digital working and the loss of opportunity within that role to realise themselves. And I think that's a fascinating aspect of this research, and it certainly could provide a starting point for new or for more complete or more formal academic research to establish job satisfaction in digitised industries, or in specifically journalism. Is job satisfaction lower for digital journalists than it was for people in traditional roles?